Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to Keelgottime, and today we're finna be reacting to working at a warehouse made me realize relationships are cooked. And this is by the way of Cam. I think we've reacted to one of his videos before, and I can't lie, I feel like I was low-key hating on him a bit. So today, though, I'm gonna be kind. I'm gonna see what he's talking about. Yeah, Lego.
So at my time working up at the Amazon warehouse, I realized that relationships are genuinely cooked. Now, I made a video on this before talking about this, but I didn't go as in depth. So this video, I'm gonna go in depth on why relationships are actually cooked based off of my time there. Now, when I was up at Amazon, like I explained in the first vid, I was a manager, right? I was a manager for about a year. I was in a program where day one, you start off as a manager. So I was able to talk to the people at upper management, and I was able to talk to people at the very lowest level, the tier ones. And it don't matter, to be honest. It don't matter how much you make. It don't matter who you are, what position you are. I was able to see that everybody was getting cracked, bro. Everybody was going. It was girls getting cracked in the trailers. You know what I mean? They doing all type of degenerate stuff. They selling shit out the bathrooms and shit like that. And it wasn't just one building. See, I worked on what's called the Tom team. So what that meant was I was a manager on the transportation side. So I was in contact with other Amazon buildings, which meant that I also got to drive to other Amazon buildings, and I would have to cover for different people in different locations. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to see, even at different buildings, it's the same shit, bro. Relationships are genuinely cooked. But in particular at my building, bro, there was two guys that really made me realize how cooked relationships are, bro. All right. So the first guy, we just gonna call him E. So E, I remember one day I walked into the safety office and I'm talking to E and I'm like, bro, what's going on? You look down, you look sad. He said, I divorced my wife. I'm like, bro, I didn't even know you had a wife. And I was taken aback because he's younger than me. And so I asked him, like, when he got married at 18 years old. 18 years old, bro.
That's crazy. That's crazy. No wonder you're divorced, bro. That's set up for disaster. Jeez.
Now, this already could be a red flag, but I'm going to let that slide just because that's my dog. But they divorced. I don't even remember for what the reasons were. But then he was telling me what she was acting like after divorce. She was showing up to his house, stopping him from coming to work, doing all this extra out shit. And it made me realize how toxic a lot of relationships these days are, because people will literally break up and get back together, break up and get back together. And it's something that people like. I've talked to so many people that are in toxic relationships that refuse to get out of them for whatever reason. It's like, I'll talk to them and they'll agree with me, like, yeah, this probably is toxic. This person probably isn't good for me. And then next thing you know, they're right back with them the next day. And it's like, how? You know what I'm saying? But Tristan...
Shit, nigga, makeup sex. Ain't no sex better than some makeup sex, bro. Like, ugh. That shit, niggas realize they're too... Jeez. As bad as the bad gets, I think people, they can't let go of the feeling and the ecstasy they get off the good times, you know? Like they can't they can't let go of that. So
He'd end up divorcing his wife and they stayed divorced. Here's the problem. He got with another woman literally a week later. A week later, he's with another girl and they're on the phone all the time, literally texting back and forth and back and forth. She's blowing his shit all the way up. And I'm telling him, like, yo, this isn't healthy. This woman doesn't even know you, and she's love bombing the shit out you right now, bro. I'm telling you right now, this is not gonna end well. Either she's just completely crazy, or you know, there's some kind of ulterior motive. Like, nobody just love bombs you on day one. You feel me? But lo and behold, guess fucking what? That girl ended up being crazy too. And it's like, dude, you cannot, like, why do you keep... And it's like, relationships are cooked, not necessarily because of things that are out of our control, right? But they're cooked because we as people in 2026 have lost the ability to use discernment. We have lost the ability to be with somebody that actually is good for us. And the reason why is because we're addicted to being able to have our own, issues and have no one say anything about it. Being in a toxic relationship means that you can do whatever it is that you want because it's a toxic relationship. You're gonna be forgiven for cheating. You're gonna be forgiven for whatever it is that it is. So that's why people get in these relationships, and it's an addiction. People are addicted to being in relationships that they know are
I don't think it's because they know they'll be forgiven. I just think they haven't learned how to control their hormones. I simply think people these days are just there's too much sexual energy, and it's not positive sexual energy, it's negative sexual energy. And there's just too much of it. Like, it's simply, I feel like a lot of it is simply just from a place of horniness. And it's wrong. It's very, very wrong, bro. Lustful, like, just degenerate. But yeah, bro.
not going to work. You know what I'm saying? So E's whole situation was he was addicted to let's be honest, Latino women who was going crazy, you know what I'm saying, for him, and was love bombing them whole time. These are the same girls that's gonna put you in jail. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, you can't be getting in relationships with these women, because it wasn't even just, oh, these are flings. Nah, he was this is my girl. I'm like, bro, you gotta chill out. You gotta
Thinking
slow
with
down,
his dick,
relax, and it
bro.
would end bad every damn time. Another situation. That was the first thing that made me realize relationships was cooked. The second thing that made me realize relationships was cooked was this guy named B, right? Or that's just what we're gonna call him. We're gonna call him B. Now B, you know what I mean? He was a slightly higher level, right? So he dealt with a lot of like management and stuff like that, right? But B was he was a conventionally attractive dude, right? He was one of those guys up at the warehouse to where every girl had a crush on this nigga, okay? And B had a wife
Well, we know where this is going.
and kids. Let me tell you
Be out
something
here
about
fucking
B, bro.
shit.
And that's my dog. That's my dog, bro. To this day, that's my guy. But at the same time, B would definitely
Cam, are you high? Are you high, or are your eyes just naturally red? Like, you look a little faded, my G.
ride the line between loyalty and disloyalty. Because let me tell you something right now. He would the man, I don't know if he ever truly cheated, but the man, he was doing a lot. He was doing a lot, you know what I'm saying? I remember he told me he went to a rave, you know what I'm saying? He was with a couple different girls, you know what I'm saying? Up at the Amazon. He would get gifts from, management. And here's the thing, people knew he was in a relationship, people knew he was married, but it didn't change shit. It didn't change the fact that these women were going crazy over him, literally buying him shit, all type of stuff, bro. Like literally, bro, like lusting for this nigga. And what that shit made me realize was two things. Number one, getting married does not necessarily secure loyalty. I feel like people think that getting married or even having kids is a sign of like, oh yeah, I'm securing this person's loyalty. That don't mean shit, first and foremost. Secondly, when it comes to being in a relationship, and people don't care. I'm gonna be honest. People do not care if you're in a relationship. If you allow them access to you in a specific way, they will take that. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to women, right? Women, if you tell them that you're in a relationship, but they want you, that shit is going out the window, my nigga. Like, I'm telling you right now, they're not going to give a fuck. And this is not just, I'm not just talking about Amazon.
If anything, I feel like they just want you more. Like, it's just something they're technically not supposed to have now. So now it's like,
When I say these things, Amazon is just a good benchmark because that is a representation of the general population. You feel me? Because a lot of general people work at Amazon. You know what I'm saying? You got people of all shapes and sizes. but this is just true for life in general. You know what I'm saying? There are people out there that do not care if you're in a relationship. They're going to still go for that. And here's the problem. Most people in relationships are going to leave that door open, because the truth of the matter is that we are not loyal people anymore. Loyalty in 2026 is dead, bro. I'm gonna be so honest with you. It's dead. Being loyal ain't in. It's not popping. It's not hip. And the reason why is because we have way too much access. Literally everything is made for people to cheat. Instagram comes out with vanish mode. They come out with instant. Like, what the fuck is that for if not to cheat? Oh yeah, vanish mode. No one can see it once you. Who asked for that feature? Genuinely, everything is made so that you can cheat.
Nah, it's facts though. It's actually facts though. Like, ugh.
You know what I'm saying? Look at these fucking love shows. Love Island, Temptation Island. It's all about cheating and betrayal. You know what I'm saying? Look at fucking just everything, bro. Everything. It's social media, all their goon content, everything, bro. Everything on the algorithm is letting you know, yo, cheat, oh, toxicity. They're just throwing this shit in your face, and it's like, this has to be some CIA psyop, bro. It's got to be some operative literally rubbing his hands every time he see disloyal relationships. Because what this does is it leads to unstable marriages, unstable families, or a lack of families, you know what I'm saying? And understand that the less of us there are, the easier we are to control. But that's a video for a whole other time. But yeah, that's the second thing that made me realize how cooked relationships are. And it's funny because, you know, it's funny because this is not even like, this is not uncommon. The experiences that I've experienced here are very, very like, this is a common thing. I mean, you could ask hella managers, hella people, you know what I'm saying? And they will all tell you very similar stories about how relationships are cooked. If I was not already in a relationship myself, you know what I mean? And I'm in a good relationship, I'm stable, you know what I'm saying? If I went into Amazon and I was single myself, I would look around, I would be like, hell no, I ain't dating nobody. Fuck no, I don't trust nobody. I see how y'all move. It's fucking slimy, bro. It's fucking slimy, dog. Like I told you on the last video, bro, it's literally 5 dudes to 1 girl, bro. And that 1 girl got a BBL at age 45 pushing carts. I'm telling you, it's a evil world we live in. It's an evil motherfucking world we live in, bro. But another thing too, right? So that's the second one. This is the third thing that made me realize that relationships are genuinely, absolutely fucking cooked. Okay. So I remember when I remember there was this one time to where I was talking to a dude from like another building, right? And you know, he was telling me like, yo, did you hear about this situation? You know what I'm saying? I was like, what situation? What the fuck is going on? Nah. And this was a situation at my building, right? And he was like, yo, look, this is what went down, okay? So you basically had a manager that was taking, and I don't work there, so I can say this shit now. You had a manager that was taking an associate off-site, right? So we have what's called, and there's something called there's like a secondary site, you know what I'm saying, that you go to, and that's where we store extra trailers and shit. Basically, you had a manager that was going to this off-site every time he would schedule somebody, right? And he, like this somebody, like this particular person, you know what I'm saying, he would schedule her there, and then he would go over to the offsite, and he was cracking every single time. Mind you, this nigga had a whole relationship at home. So this nigga was using his power to, like, imagine you're a manager and you're scheduling somebody. You're basically scheduling somebody to get cracked. So he was going over there and it was going crazy for a while. He ended up getting fired because he got caught. Dumbass. But that's the third thing that made me realize how cooked relationships are, because it made me realize people are genuinely so lustful, you know? It's like you'll do anything to crack, and it's funny because it's so funny because people are always so quick to say how healthy they are and how anti-toxic they are. But the truth of the matter is that's just not the fucking case, dude. That's just not the case. Because
Yeah, niggas are way too lustful, man. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Though. I've not had any. I've not really worked in warehouse per se, more factory. But I've not had like a. I've definitely seen shit. Okay, so the girls that are in the workplace now, all the men are over them. I will say that. I will say that. Not like blatantly, drooling over them, but like a lot of flirtatious shit going on. Not me. Not me. I act like they're not there because who the fuck? I'm already speaking to a girl, nigga. I'm loyal. Keel's loyal in 2026, okay? But yeah, being from where I work, I can see where they work. Like they're literally right in front of me, and yeah, a lot of the men just all over it and whatnot. And I'm thinking the the one time where I thought that maybe someone may like me, there might be a little work crush, maybe, is I wasn't in my regular position. I had moved to somewhere else, a different building with one of my boys. Um just literally just for that remainder of that shift. So I was doing work over there, helping them out. And there was this woman. Gosh. There was this woman, shout out to her. But we was and like every time I'd walk past and stuff, just giving each other eyes and just smiling hella hard, keep maintaining eye contact. But when you maintain it long enough to where it's like, okay, she's clearly fucking with me. She's clearly fucking with me. It's not no, what are you looking at? It's oh, hey, how you doing? One of them ones. And oh my gosh, so we had lunch at the same time, coincidentally. So I went in, I walked to go get some water, and then I'm walking back out past her again. I look down at her. I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" And she hands me out some fucking white chocolate, like a big bar of the Dairy Milk white chocolate. And me, I fucking hate white chocolate, so I didn't eat that shit. But I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll take the white chocolate." And so I took it. I was like, "Thank you," and then I need to go take a shit, so I went and took a shit. Otherwise, I would have stayed and probably talked to her. But yeah, I went and took a shit and went back, and I ended up one of the girls that is works in front of me usually that I can see all the men over. I ended up giving the chocolate to her. I asked her if she likes white chocolate. Says she did, so I gave it to her. And then went about the rest of my day. And then after I had went to the toilet at the end of the day, seen her again, and I was like, okay, shit, now's the time. Now's the time, bro. If there's any time, it's right now, fam. I'm finna press up on her. I'm gonna get the name, get the number. It's all cool. Hopefully, I'll be cracking a couple weeks.
damn.
We're all nice. It's all cool. Game plan sorted, mate. So I go over. I'm like, hey, what's up? I didn't even get your name. She said her name was blah blah blah. I'm not gonna put her information out there like that, obviously. But yeah, she said her name was that. I'm like, I literally went like this. Oh, hi, my name's Q. Oh, that's what's up. My name's Q. Put my hand out, shake her hand, and she was like, "Oh, sorry, I can't shake your hand. That's haram." Bro, the way I was taken aback by that statement, I'm like, "Fuck you, that's haram."
Damn.
You can't shake my hand because that's haram. I mean, in the moment, I was like, "Oh, okay, fair enough." Well, I just wanted to say thank you for the chocolate, and then I walked back to continue the rest of my work. A nigga felt defeated. Oh my gosh! But that fucking knocks me off my straightforward thinking path, bro. She goes, I can't shake your hand. That's wrong. Sorry. I go, oh. So if you can't shake my hand, she's obviously gonna say no to the number. So what was you just looking and smiling at me out of kindness? Like I think this whole time she was just being fucking kind, and me my I'm just there like, oh yeah, she's looking at me, she's feeling me, she is smiling all this. Every time I walk past, smiling, maintaining eye contact. Yeah, she's feeling me. Nah, whole time she just being a nice individual. But with that being said, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think down below. 2 videos dropping every single day, so come pull up tomorrow. Peace and prosperity. I'm go. I'll go show Cam some love too. Peace.